Oh, yeah, it is Grind City Wrestling, and I am Dustin Starr. Thank you for joining us on episode 302. Go ahead and follow us at Grind City Media on your favorite social media channel. Take that subscribe button to Slap City wherever you're watching and wherever you're listening. Last week, of course, Devin going off on a tangent. This week, we have a lot to talk about, including ESPN's Top 30 Under 30. We've got Survivor Series coming up this Saturday, and CM Punk is back. And who knows what else we're going to talk about. But we are Grind City Wrestling, and it is bell time. Introducing my co-host, my tag team partner. He's got the perfect part right down the middle. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Devin Walker, baby!
I'm over here trying to convince myself not to buy this hoodie off this website right now.
Why?
There's this brand called Loiter. They did a WWE collab, and there's like this Stone Cold hoodie. I'm trying to, should I buy it or not? Zoom in on that if you can, Abigail. You probably can't. But
zoom in on that. We're going to zoom in on your phone.
Yeah. So should I buy that hoodie?
Get one for me.
There we go. That hoodie right there. Like, it's kind of blurry, but whatever.
Where do you find this stuff?
I'm trying to figure out if I want to buy this hoodie or not. But we're over here. It's a new day. Where do I find it? My Instagram feeds me this stuff 5-star. They know my Instagram knows what I like, so they feed me these ads as I tap through my stories, and they get me most of the time because it's like, I really like that. I'll look good in that. Let me go buy it.
Be sure to follow Devin on Twitter at Devin_Walker2. It's Devin, the TV host. I saw y'all posted up in the pregame show on Grind City Media.
Yeah, that was me. I was doing that, just yapping. I feel like right now my job is just to yap, you know? Like, that's one thing I feel like I do at a very high level is yap.
You go from one show to the next just to run your mouth.
Just to yap. Yeah, you know what? I yap on real life and I yap on Twitter. I'm a big yapper, big yap guy.
It's Thanksgiving week. Happy Thanksgiving week.
Yeah, I'm so excited about this. What is your ideal Thanksgiving sides? This tells me everything about you.
Cranberry sauce.
I was about to say a bad word.
Cranberry sauce.
Can y'all put
too much of it?
Can you ban this guy from this show?
I mean,
cranberry sauce, dog.
Yeah, it's the one time a year. You can't have cranberry sauce.
Thank you. Banish him.
Wait a second.
Banish cranberry sauce.
You can't have cranberry sauce any time of year except for Thanksgiving.
There's a reason why people don't eat that shit year round.
And bro, it could even still be shaped like the can. I don't care. It's like jelly. I could eat the stuff by itself.
This dude may be a freaking...
Also, banana pudding. I love banana pudding. Is that like a Thanksgiving normal, or is that just...
Dustin, I'm about to call the cops.
Don't put the marshmallow stuff on top of my banana pudding either. I like it to have like the cookies. What's the cookies? Somebody help me out here.
Authorities.
Vanilla wafers. There's vanilla wafers.
There's a man in this studio who said his favorite Thanksgiving side is effing cranberry sauce.
What's yours?
Can you please arrest him right now?
How am I incorrect here?
Cranberry sauce, bro?
Oh my gosh. And if it's got the little sticks in it, I don't really like the little sticks. I do like the real berries though.
We gotta have a conversation.
What is yours?
Favorite Thanksgiving side?
Yeah.
We do dressing with a little chicken,
Put cranberry sauce on the dressing.
Nah, we good on that. We get a little mac and cheese.
Why do you hate cranberry sauce?
As my favorite side is crazy.
Do you like jelly?
No. But as my favorite side is crazy. Mac, there's so many better on the high. We're gonna do our rankings later on today, right? On the rankings of freaking Thanksgiving sides, bro. Cranberry sauce should not be number one. There's mac and cheese, which is 10 times better. Dressing that is 10 times better.
I'll put a little ketchup on my macaroni and cheese.
You're disgusting. Spaghetti, that's 2 times better. You can throw some greens in there.
Is spaghetti
chitlins, all that.
See, I don't know that we're gonna have that at my family.
Yeah, I don't think
Thanksgiving.
so.
We'll probably have some of that dressing, turkey, cranberry sauce, pumpkin pie, those deviled eggs. They always do those deviled eggs. They do like a ton of them. I think that's just the easy thing to do. I'd scoop that stuff out and just eat the egg part.
So we got to have a conversation, bro. I need y'all to let me know in the comments whether or not this dude's a sicko.
We got to talk wrestling
Cranberry
today.
sauce, bro.
Coming up here in just a bit, it's ESPN's Top 30 Under 30. We're going to talk CM Punk, Bronson Reed, the new Bloodline, women's championship belts. The women's division is actually growing huge. We got a lot to talk about. Okay, but let's see if I missed anything of me ribbing you. Saturday Stars of Tomorrow. Yes. December 8th is Joe Hendry coming to Memphis Wrestling. We've been teasing that for a couple weeks. It's finally out there. Joe Hendry is coming to Memphis Wrestling Sunday, December the 8th, but he's not coming alone. He's coming with Buff Bagwell, and he's coming with AJ Francis. Devin, is that not an absolutely star-studded VIP experience?
That might be your best VIP you've ever put together.
Joe Hendry.
Because Joe Hendry was hot as fish grease at one point.
Well, I mean, I think he still is. I think we're headed to the Royal Rumble.
But as we get ready for Joe Hendry, I need you to do one favor for me. I need you to get him on the show.
Get Joe Hendry
so we
on
can
the
do
show.
this song together, because I was singing this song about a year ago.
Go ahead. Give me a little piece.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
I'll send this to him.
You believe in Joe Hendry. We believe in Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry, we need you on the show, bro. I got some questions to ask you. I need you on the show ASAP.
If you can, go to memphiswrestling.tv. That's this Saturday, Stars of Tomorrow, nearly sold out, December 8th as well. If it does sell out December 8th, which I know that it will, you can still get your VIP tickets to come in and meet Joe Hendry, get your picture and all that kind of stuff. Also, Buff Bagwell and AJ Francis. But let's talk wrestling. What's the best wrestling that you watched all week, Devin?
It was a big week, man. This is the go-home shows for SmackDown and Raw as we kind of get prepared for War Games in Canada on Saturday.
War Games!
I'm excited for War Games, bro. I know you have a take that I need you to keep that same energy that you told me yesterday.
I've been thinking
keep
about
that same energy, bro. But my best wrestling of the week, any other week, it would be the Paul Heyman return, right?
With the red, he had the red.
With the red, and you had the little tease of the red. You know, could be a possible turn on Roman and them. That's not my best wrestling.
You know who it should have been though
on the team?
Yeah,
who it should have been?
Brock.
Yeah. It should have been there. But we'll talk about that when you talk about your best wrestling.
Yep, I got some.
My best wrestling of the week was the confrontation, probably the beginning of the end. Something they've been teasing for a long time, and I'll give WWE credit for this because they've teased it multiple times, right? And they've gone away from it. But this week on Raw, we probably had one of the most heated confrontations between Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods.
New Day.
New Day is about to finally end, and for me, bro. So the best part for me is just them walking to the back. You can hear the mics kind of still hot. And they get to the back, and it's all just personal jabs at each other. You're the reason why I didn't win the championship. You're the reason why I lost the championship. You're the reason why Big E's hurt. You're the reason why I'm like, this is real shit, bro.
Good stuff.
This is the things that when we talk about wrestling blurring the lines of real life, right? These are two friends that have been friends for a very long time. They've gone through the wars together. They won titles together. They've done this. They've done that together.
Greatest tag team of all time, arguably.
One of the greatest tag teams of all time. That I've always been a New Day fan. But to see this is real life stuff. They're going in two different directions, and they're clashing. They're clashing 5-star, and I love every single bit of it.
They basically said what all the internet trolls say when all those instances happen. You pissed away that Kofi Mania in 6 seconds to Brock Lesnar. Oh yeah, you've never won a singles championship by yourself. Back and forth. But I don't know that I want to see the New Day split after so long, after 10 years?
I feel like it's been a long time.
I feel like it's been longer than 10 years as well.
New Day's been thugging for a minute.
But now they're going to split
Slinging
up.
pancakes.
I don't think that they are.
Okay, I want to hear your theory. I feel like your theory is a very good theory. I want to hear it.
So by having them blow up, right? And I think let me check my. Yep, it's actually December the 2nd is going to be Monday, right? Yep. Monday's December. Okay, so the reason they had this big blow up is because they're going to have the anniversary. The New Day anniversary. You've got Kofi Kingston on one side, Xavier Woods on the other, and they are not liking each other. They're not getting along. It's like two brothers at each other's throats. And I thought Xavier Woods was the heel. But then after that promo, I don't really know. Kofi laid some stuff out there that was very heelish.
I don't know if this is a situation where we'll have a babyface in the heel.
But there's one person that's missing.
There's one person missing.
Big E makes his return, gets the band back together, and there's a big hug in the center of the ring. New Day!
So you're saying we'll never see that one-on-one match between Kofi and Xavier?
But wait.
Okay.
There's
Big
all
E special guest referee?
All these stories have different ways you can go. It's just however WWE wants to do it. They can do the big hug like the Shield, and then Xavier turns. Maybe he hits Big E.
With a chair.
Maybe.
During the hug, he
something.
They do like a super zoom on his face, and he's like staring down.
Yeah, some TV shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like super zoom. The
production.
You know how WWE does. Oh, they love production in WWE.
Oh, they'll rehearse that.
The super zoom, right?
It is great. In. Yes, it's a TV show. Yeah. That's what I say. Get that zoom in.
Whoa,
come on, zoom in on him.
Back up. Too close. too close.
But I think that's what's going to happen. So if you want to turn them, you still get that big moment with Big E. You still get that big pop, but then you get the deception of the turn. Oh my gosh. But there's no going back once you do that.
Oh, no, there's no going back. But
or they all hug and they're back together and then they go on a run.
I love it, though, bro. For television purposes, and we talked about it before the show, I played the promo, and it was 3 minutes of just live television.
Awesome.
There's no cuts. There's no jumps. This is live TV, pal.
I was a Hall of Famer when you met me.
Yeah.
That's
Bars.
what Kofi said.
Bars.
I thought that was a very heelish remark, but then, and then also, if you were anybody else, I would.
He said, what? What would you do, Kofi? What would you do, Kofi? Which
they're at it so much. Big E comes back, big, huge pop, gets them all back together. There could be a possible heel turn, but I'm not so sure because once you do that, then the legacy of New Day could be affected forever, I guess.
I mean, no. I feel like
but the Bloodline did the same thing.
They're submitted, bro. I feel like the legacy of New Day is submitted.
Bloodline turned on each other, and now they're all back together.
Exactly. So
who knows?
But I love this story, and I give my silver medal for best wrestling of the week. I just have to bring this up. Shout out Bailey. I'm just gonna leave it there.
Get out of here.
I'm just gonna leave it there, bro. Bailey, you know what you did. You know what you did. Just the chat knows. Bailey, when she...
The chat knows. Clip this. Yeet.
Bailey, you got it, Bailey. You got it. The haircut is wicked. You look like freaking JoJo.
I do love the haircut.
JoJo CY ass haircut. You can have that. But everything else, I bow to you, Bailey. I bow to you. So that's my silver medal, my best wrestling of the week.
Best wrestling I watched all week. I'm going to be a homer. Tony Atlas was absolutely hilarious.
He was
so funny.
I'm not going to lie, bro. He's one of those old heads who says a lot that at the end you're very confused about what he just told you.
Yeah, you're like, that sounded good, but what did he say?
What do you mean? Like he did the promo with King Cobra and
which I love, by the way.
Gio, and I was like, what is he talking about?
The reason I love that so much is because King Cobra and Tony Atlas are friends. They've been friends for many, many years. And King Cobra approached me about Tony, and I was like, absolutely. So King Cobra linked me and Tony Atlas up. So a lot of what you see on camera is like a shoot. Tony and Cobra go way back, and then we included Gio Savage into the mix. Then, of course, Tony had one of the most fun desk promos that I've ever had. Like, literally had no idea what this guy was about to say. And after what he said on the Vince McMahon documentary, I didn't know what was going to come out of his mouth.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. He's back on the program coming up this Saturday with one more little thing. And let me tell you, man, the internet loves some Tony Atlas, or they love to hate Tony Atlas or something. I think his video now is up to 200,000 views, and a lot of it is talking trash about him. Almost like he's too old. And dude, did you see Tony Atlas? He's like 74 years old, and guns bigger than freaking John Cena.
Yeah, he's a big dude, man.
He has biceps bigger than Gun Show.
Yeah, and the Gun Show's a big dude.
Tony Atlas is jacked in his 70s.
Yeah, I just feel like he doesn't. He says a lot of words, but I don't know. He confuses me.
He was singing at the VIP, and I know I'm partial because
he's being a homer. Can you give us your real best wrestling of the week? Can you talk about Paul Heyman coming back?
Other best wrestling of the week is I loved the Jey Uso promo that he cut on the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu, and we got them coming up on SmackDown. It's an advantage match for War Games. Jacob Fatu one-on-one with Jey Uso, and I think Jey Uso is going to take the L here because why do the babyfaces need the advantage in War Games? They don't. The heels always have the advantage, so Jacob Fatu somehow, some way. Also, Solo Sikoa is a superstar.
Oh, he is.
And this is low-key. I wasn't really a believer until now they've given him these promos.
I think that's what took him over the top.
He doesn't have a wise man.
No.
He cuts the promos himself.
Yeah, and I think that's the part that made him a star, right? And we talked about this on the show before, but I want to cut this time. I want this to be a real. Because I think Solo went from being in the background with Roman, right? Being the enforcer, the guy in the background doing the finger spike to the neck. And we thought he was just a brute force kind of guy, right? He gets by himself. They're like, who's the real leader of the new bloodline? Solo pushes himself out to the forefront. He starts cutting these promos on the microphone. I'm like, hold on. This dude's kind of funny.
He's got the outfit figured out. He's got the gloves figured out. He's got the hair figured out. He's got
the facial reactions, everything.
He has it figured out now, and I could totally see. Rikishi, I'm with you, brother.
He's a star.
Put the title on Solo Sikoa.
He's a star, bro. He's a legitimate star. Shout out Solo, man. Long live the finger poke of death. Like I said, the non-wrestling fans will never understand why you can thumb somebody in the neck and win a match, but that's wrestling.
It's wrestling. Okay, so we've got some news coming up. All right. ESPN put out a list, the top 30 under 30. So let's quickly take a look at the top 10. We'll just focus on the top 10 here. Now, these are all professional wrestlers. You see WrestleOps provided this list. It's an ESPN list. Top 30 best pro wrestlers under 30 in the world today. Number 1, Dirty Dom. Number 2, MJF. Are you surprised at 1 and 2?
I am. I think Rhea should be higher than 4.
Yes, Rhea should definitely.
She's at 4, which is really high, but I think Rhea. I think Dom is probably the best heel in the last 15 years.
But Rhea's got to be above Toni Storm, I feel, just like for the platform.
For sure. I think Rhea should be number 2. I think Dom should be number 1 because there's no one in wrestling has more heat than Dominic Mysterio.
He can't even talk on a mic.
He can't talk on a microphone.
Yeah, they boo him out of the building. So, also, Jordynne Grace is in the top 20, but I feel like Jordynne Grace has to be top 10. I mean, look at all the stuff that she's done.
Hold, please.
NXT, TNA, Royal Rumble.
Stop being biased.
Are you serious?
Come on, bro.
I can tell you right now that Jordynne Grace should replace Jack Perry, Kyle Fletcher. Who's at the bottom? Shada?
You hate AEW, huh?
Who's number 10? Do you even know who that is?
Shada Ulamo. I don't know who. No, I have no idea who that is.
You telling me Jordynne Grace can't replace? And I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying here. This is the Grind City Wrestling Podcast.
I mean, even Konosuke Tanaka, I know who that is, but
Takeshka.
Yeah, I don't he could be number 6, but that's I don't want to be biased.
So you telling me that Takeshka deserves number 6 more than Jordynne Grace deserves number 6?
Yes, bro. Come on, bro. I mess with Jordynne Grace. I mess with Jordynne Grace heavy. Let's not be biased because we know people 5-star.
Well, no,
I know you want to get the rub from your guy Jonathan Gresham. Who you got a big match
Saturday,
coming next week.
I swear to God, it's not because of that. Jordynne Grace, I feel like with the NXT, Royal Rumble, TNA, being a champion for so long, I mean, for real?
Nah, bro, I can't put her in the top 10 yet. Maybe next year.
All right,
maybe next year. But no, I do.
What do you think?
I am with you, bro, and the Rhea Ripley should be higher. I think Dom is deserving to be number 1. I think he is probably, like I said, one of the greatest heels in the last 10, 15 years. Like you said, he can't talk on a microphone. How much heat do you have, bro?
I think the fans love it. The fans love it because they feel like they're a part of the show.
And that's the best.
Without their boos, he's not the best heel.
But the thing is, that's a part of the show.
I know. They love it.
That if Stone Cold Glass breaks and nobody reacts, then then what?
Yeah, big part of the show. So
Dom number 1. I think Rhea deserves to be number 2 because she is a immovable force.
Jordynne Grace deserves in that top 10 spot somewhere.
I'll let you have that one. I will say though, speaking of that list, bro, MJF is starting to lose some of that juice, boy.
That's because he's feuding with freaking Roderick Strong.
Yeah, mid-carders, bro. Stop
feuding with
mid-carders.
Braun Breaker was listed 11, by the way. Braun Breaker, you mentioned Vikingo. He was 13.
I love Vikingo. He should be higher.
Jordynne Grace was 16. Hook is 17. Tiffany Stratton, there's a name. Are you kidding me?
She should be higher.
She's number 18. I feel like the women in this list deserve all the top 10 spots. I mean, women's wrestling is better now than it's ever been in the history of the world.
Agreed, for sure.
Roxanne Perez.
Speaking of women's wrestling.
Logan Paul, number 22. Yeah. Logan Paul is under 30 years old. Are you kidding me?
Bro, super athlete. Speaking of women's wrestling, how do you feel about WWE writing my girl Jade off TV?
What was the reason?
That's the question. What do you think the reason is? Because that means they basically wrote her out of the War Games match.
Well, she's got to be a heel when she comes back. Then.
So that means she comes back and turns on Bianca, right?
Yeah, totally, 100%. Probably right here in time for WrestleMania, which comes up in March, April.
Okay, because I saw them when they Twitter was making jokes about it, which is Twitter's a great place. She kind of
hate it.
She's laying on the car like Peter Griffin, right?
Yeah, totally dead.
And they put all the injuries, and I'm like, damn, bro, you get killed. So they basically wrote her off TV for the War Games match, put in Bayley, and then they're gonna figure out a way for Jade to come back and get that Bianca Jade WrestleMania match.
Speaking of the women's division, we've got a brand new Memphis Wrestling, brand new WWE Women's United States Championship. I think we got a photo of that we'll put up. So they're going to do a tournament for a new Women's United States Champion for the first time ever. There it is. It looks really, really good.
Who's in this tournament?
I'd wear that championship, wouldn't you?
Bro,
Look at that. It looks
I
awesome.
only wear throwback championships. I really need to get a old school WCW belt to wear. But that's a good belt, though. That's a nice
Big
belt.
shout out to WWE for stepping up with the women's division. Also, it was announced on Monday Night Raw by Adam Pearce. Man, big shout out to Adam Pearce. He is doing awesome stuff. But there's an Intercontinental Championship now that's going to be decided. So I guess the United States title goes to SmackDown. This is the Intercontinental Championship for the women's division. Looks like it's going to be on Raw with Adam Pearce making the announcement.
More belts.
So
That's what the world needs is more belts.
Do you hate it or is it okay?
I mean, I think it's like long as they stop it here, bro. Long as you don't get freaky with the North American Intercontinental Central Championship, or you like, long as you don't do the AEW thing with the belts, I'm fine.
Yeah. You know how much revenue they just opened up with those 2 championship belts?
Because people like you buy them from WWE.com.
Holy cow! We're gonna sell a mess out of those at the Wrestle Center, and then also the toy titles. Now the toys will have belts. The kids will have belts. So little girls that never had, as many women's championships like you and I, we have every championship growing up. Now they've got title belts. So that's
good for them, man. That's big
awesome.
Big shout out. I love how we're probably 20 minutes into this podcast and we have not mentioned at all AEW Full Gear, which is probably one of their biggest pay-per-views of the year. So you didn't like Darby Allin crashing into the car then?
Man, was that not 2000s WCW or what?
That was very WCW then.
I don't know what they're doing.
That was like the end of WCW though, I feel like, right? When they were just trying shit.
I don't want to really, I love AEW. I watch it regardless. But I feel like it's such a negative thing when we're talking. If you said it, if we watched,
keep it real.
If we watched the pay-per-view together, I'd probably drive you nuts because it drives me crazy that they leave so much stuff on the table. Oh my gosh, you had Kyle Fletcher fighting against Will Ospreay on Dynamite just days before Ospreay's big return. Why would you do that? Why didn't you just give us MJF versus Adam Cole, baby? Why'd you put Roderick Strong in there? I've got so many questions.
Hey, keep asking them.
I'm like,
they're gonna make this the promo, so I don't look like a hater.
But I love it. I love all wrestling. I love it. But I love it when it's done properly.
You don't like MJF coming out and doing this?
I don't like MJF wrestling Roderick Strong. I want to see MJF wrestling for the World Heavyweight Championship. I want to see MJF beat the shit out of Adam Cole and get that done and over with. We waited. Adam Cole broke his ankle, and we waited a year for this, and then you had a pay-per-view and didn't even give it to us. I don't know.
Yeah, I love Dustin's rants about AEW. See, that's what I'm here for, baby. I'm here to instigate.
All right, last topic. CM Punk and Bronson Reed are now members of the Bloodline on opposite sides.
And Dustin has a take about this one, too. Go ahead.
I just want to quote CM Punk, make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Wave his arm in the crowd.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah,
it's my pro wrestling.
You going to tell people what you told me yesterday?
What did I say?
You going to tell people what you told me yesterday?
I've been thinking about this. I mean...
What do we compare it to?
It's becoming NWO-like. Is this NWO where now everybody can join?
Everybody can be a part of the Bloodline. Huh?
Now, the one thing that I am a little intrigued by is that we could get Roman Reigns one-on-one with CM Punk, and I'm here for that, baby.
That would be dope. Because he never acknowledged him in the ring on Friday night. You like that? Look what I did there. I did that on purpose.
He did the sleep. Everybody else did the one. Yeah. Make it make sense. I thought it was going to be Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins on the other side. Why is it not Seth? I think it's not Seth because when Seth and Roman get back together, Dean Ambrose, John Moxley's got to be there with it. What are they doing? I don't even know.
What is happening?
But I will say this.
He called the Bloodline the new NWO.
Possibly.
Clip that shit.
But I will tell you, we do have SmackDown. So SmackDown... CM Punk is supposed to talk, finally, face-to-face with Roman Reigns, and I'm sure the wise man Paul Heyman will be there. So why the hell is CM Punk, other than him being a Paul Heyman guy, why is he stepping into War Games?
That's a great question.
I think we're going to find out on SmackDown. We better, or I'm going to be mad.
Last I said before, I say this again for clip purposes. Dustin, do you think the Bloodline is the new NWO?
Quite possibly.
That's crazy. So we're going to see guys like Buff. Who are the most random members of NWO?
I like Buff as NWO.
Disco Inferno.
Scott Norton.
Disco Inferno.
Masa My Hero Chono.
The Big Cat. What's his name with the guy with the blonde hair? He's a member towards the end, wasn't he?
Big Cat.
Not Big Cat. What's his name? What's the guy with The blonde hair.
This is your list. What about Stevie Ray, Booker T? He was in it at one point.
So all these random
Sting, the only guy that was a vigilante against the NWO, he joined.
So
Luger joined. I mean,
the Bloodline's a new NWO.
Everybody joined.
No.
All right, my last thing before we go. The Turkey Taker is going to make a return this week. You know that, right?
Why are you spoiling stuff, man?
What? That's not a spoiler. It happens every year.
That's one of my favorite things of the year. I'm not going to lie to you.
Coming up, it'll be Wednesday's game before the Memphis Grizzlies, and Grizz, who is a huge wrestling fan, if you didn't know, always spoofs Thanksgiving with a turkey taker, and I can't wait. Can we clip that and air this?
Who's taking the pile driver?
Is it pile driver, choke slam? Is there a table involved? What the hell?
Who's taking? I'm going to ask you this question again. Who's taking the pile driver?
I have no idea.
Is it you?
It's not me.
Why can't you take it?
I'm not taking nothing.
You've been eating too many plates of turkey and cranberry sauce.
No, I would definitely be. That'll be Wednesday. I'll be all right on Wednesday.
He can't get you over. He can't get you over.
Turkey Taker. Can we clip that? Like if Turkey Taker does something, we can clip it and air it next week.
Sure, bro.
All right. Do you have any topics?
What's wrong with this dude here?
You
man?
done?
What's wrong with you, bro? Thanksgiving's gonna be over with.
Give the people what they want.
No. Thanksgiving's gonna be over with. Why will we air that?
What else is going on?
We have War Games on Saturday.
I'm closing this bad boy up.
We have War Games on Saturday. I'm looking forward to it. We have SmackDown this weekend, kind of setting that up. I think we're full steam ahead, bro. We're almost Royal Rumble season. By the way, speaking of Royal Rumble, you see the tickets are selling like freaking crazy.
It's awesome. John Cena's last Royal Rumble coming up.
So I think they're doing it at Lucas Oil Stadium where the Colts play, and they've already sold at least like 50,000 tickets.
Crazy
in a week. So to let you know, for Dustin and anybody else, wrestling is as hot as it's ever been. 50,000 tickets in a week.
There is a trickle down too, because when WWE's doing good, we all do good, and I like to see everybody do good. Because if the other people in Memphis are doing good, that means we're doing good. Wrestling is doing good. We're in a good spot. WWE has a spotlight on independent wrestling, spotlight on Memphis wrestling. Bring it on, baby. Yeah. This Saturday, we're going to do Stars of Tomorrow, 1:30 bell time, 12:30 VIP. Get your tickets at memphiswrestling.tv, and then after that, we're heading out. It's an early start time for WWE Survivor Series, so we're heading out to Dave & Buster's. When we leave the Wrestle Center, we're going to go watch Survivor Series absolutely free. I'm going to have 100 ounces of beer on my table. Whoever wants to come get a swig, you got to show me your ID. Ghost River was fun. We had that last Saturday.
I may or may not be there for that.
Ghost River was awesome last Saturday. Big shout out to Ghost River on Main Street. We're going to be back when it warms up a little bit. Also, I said Stars of Tomorrow, Gresham Bosby, December 8th. Joe Hendry's coming. Get those tickets, memphiswrestling.tv.
Support Dustin 5-star, y'all.
Support local wrestling. Yeah. And that's all the time we got this week on Grind City Wrestling. I am Dustin Starr. He is Devin Walker, baby, saying Happy Thanksgiving.
Hey, nothing you can say, nothing you can do, you want from me. Hey. Now it's time to shine. Nigga, take what's mine. You remember that song? Randy Orton's old theme song?